for Oklahoma City, who do you think has the most to gain, the most to lose in this series?
Most of gains, unequivocally, without a doubt, Shai. Shai can argue. I won't necessarily agree with it, but Shai and his fans certainly could argue he holds the belt if they win. That it not only because he would be the league MVP, the finals MVP, there were a 68-win team, scoring champ, but also I played the guy who has the belt in Joker, and my team won, and I played. They could argue played better than him. I don't actually think I agree that in that series Shai was better than Joker. I know Joker had a couple kind of uncharacteristic games. I still think Joker was the most impactful guy in that series, but it certainly would be a fair take to say, if they win, to say Shai's the best player. It's not the take I would have, but you'd have to at least respect it. It also would be, Brew and I were talking about this off the air, and I know Simmons has talked a lot about this. It also would be an all-time guard season. So, like, if you remove Michael and Magic, what guard would have had a better season than the one Shai is having right now? I think if they win the title, I think folks reflexively, I know I reflexively was like, well, all right, Michael had a bunch. Magic had at least a couple. And then, of course, Steph. Here's the problem. Steph's best season by far, they lost the finals. So the Steph's years get kind of fuzzy in our memory. But Steph's best year, and one of the greatest years any player has ever had, when he scored 30 a game on, 50, 45, 90 splits, they lost to LeBron. His other MVP year, DeMonze, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Give me a guess how many points and assists Steph averaged his first MVP season.
31-9.
24-8.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but that's not because he averaged 32 later and he averaged 30 the next year. So that's the point that I was making. That year, the team was unbelievable and obviously he was great, but that's not like an all-time individual season. The next year was the all-time individual season, and then the year he had a year when he won the scoring title when they weren't that good in 2021, and they missed the playoffs like that. So there's his best year, they didn't win the title. And then people are going to say, well, Kobe, did Kobe have a better year than this Shai year? Because here's the thing. Kobe, and this is another one people are going to say this isn't true, but it is. Kobe averaged 30 a game 3 times in his career. And amazingly, none of the 3 did they win the championship. And in fact, 2 of the 3, they didn't win a round of the playoffs. So he averaged 30 a game the year they were going for the three-peat. And that year they lost in... Did they lose in round 2? Yeah, they lost in round 2 to San Antonio. I'm sorry, not the year they're going for the three-peat. They already had the three-peat, obviously. The year they were going for the four-peat. And then his 2 insane scoring years, 35 a game and 32 a game, they lost in round 1 both years. Both years that Laker team lost in round one, 1 year blowing a 3-1 lead in round one. So those years are off the board. Then next year, the year they got Powell, he won MVP. He averaged 28, 6, and 5, and the Lakers that year won 57 games. It's hard to argue that year was better than this year by Shai. D. Wade, obviously, never won an MVP. Isaiah Thomas, as great as he was, never won an MVP. Steve Nash won a couple, never made a finals. So, there is, and I don't want to do West and Kuzi right now. But even West, let me check. Because poor Jerry West. I mean, Jerry West was 1-9 in the finals. And the 1 year he won the championship, he was not even close to his best individual season. Still pretty great. By the way, do people want me to do a Jerry West thing? Okay, I'll do it real quick. Jerry West, again, 1-9 in the finals. And if that's not enough, here's Jerry West's MVP finishes. 5th, 3rd, 2nd. Didn't get one for 3 years in a row. 2nd. He finished 2nd in MVP voting 3 straight years while losing the finals like every year.
That's pretty crazy. Voter fatigue must not have existed at that time.
No, Wilt and Russell won all of them.
Kept trading off. Because I feel like once those guys are in second for a long time or get those 2nd and 3rd spots, it comes a year and they're like, all right, we're just going to give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, now Jerry West did win finals MVP the first year they ever gave it out when they didn't win, when his team lost the finals. But he deserved it. But no, during West's prime, here's the MVPs. Wilt, Russell, Oscar, Russell, Wilt, and then Unseld, Reed, Kareem. It was a big man's award. Oscar won it, but it was a big man's award. Again, so Jerry West, point is this. If they win the championship, you can make the argument that only Magic and Michael, as guards, ever had a better single season than Shai had this year. It's pretty remarkable. And for OKC, I don't really think there's too many guys that have a ton to lose. Except, I'll add this. What'd you say?
Jalen Williams, don't you think it's really important for him to perform in these finals, right? I think out of all the guys outside of Shai.
Yeah, but do you think anybody's going to kill Jalen Williams if he doesn't? I just don't. He's in that Goldilocks zone that we've talked about of good enough to where he's going to make a ton of money, but not so good to where he gets super scrutinized. Maybe, though. I think he's like the X factor, super important. I just don't think he's got, people are going to kill him. I'll add one other person. As far as this person that has the most anxiety right now. That's the way to put it for OKC. And that's Sam Presti. So Sam Presti took over the Thunder when they were still in Seattle. Okay? And he he took over right after the draft, right before. He took over the week they drafted Durant. I don't know. Yeah, no. He drafted Durant. Now that was a no-brainer once Odin went 1. Whoever didn't go 1 was going to go 2 in the Odin Durant draft, but set that aside. Westbrook was not a no-brainer pick. Harden was not a no-brainer pick. Ibaka was not a no-brainer pick. He just crushed absolutely crushed after coming from the Spurs. And they are just set up that it's going to be the Thunder out west for a generation. And they made the finals in 2012 and have not been back since. And Harden, he then trades Harden. Definitely his worst transaction as an executive. My guy Daryl got over on him. And just been building, trying to get back to this moment. He knows as well as anyone that these moments can be fleeting and you've got to take advantage. By the way, if you want to know more about Sam Presti, I don't even know if you know this, DeMonze, but you know who wrote a book that Sam Presti is a central character of?
Who?
Danny Parkins.
Oh, that's what's it? Is that game?
Pipeline to the Pros.
Pipeline to the Pros. Yeah.
Pipeline to the Pros about Division III pipeline to NBA GM. That's a great book. People can get it on Amazon or wherever you get your books. Free plug for Danny's book.